All right, welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. Thanks for listening. The Arsenal visit the dreaded Anfield to play Liverpool, who are just ridiculously different at home,
Big
as we
game.
all know, as has been well evidenced this season. And if you are as afraid of Anfield as I am, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and get that notification bell on so you can know when I'm either crying or cheering on Monday. This one has got me up nights. It's got me worried because it's like Liverpool put on a mask and they're just completely different.
Just
Or maybe they
hide.
pull off the mask of mediocrity and just
Yeah.
rise to the heights that we all know that they've been capable of. And but I'm also like, if we win at Anfield, what a statement that is. Because if we beat Liverpool, it's West Ham away, Southampton at home, and then City. So 9 of 9 there, going into the City game, up 8 points.
You'd be good.
Good. I'll be giddy.
Yep.
I'll
be
be so
giddy.
ecstatic. I'll be so happy. And there's really no evidence this season to say that we won't do that. I know it's bold prediction, but I think that if we continue to play like we've played, if we just like City have hit 7 wins on the bounce, Arsenal have won 7 straight games in the Premier League. Last loss, Manchester City, and we've won every game since. So just as we too have some strong momentum rolling, and I think that Odegaard's going to show up. He's been showing up all season long, and we can run over Hendo. We can run over Fabinho. If that's what they bring, it was Curtis Jones versus you guys, because Bahatic is out for the season.
Right.
And I think Klopp likes playing Harvey Elliott on the wings more than in the middle. But because of kind of how poor they were in the midfield against Chelsea, I think Klopp may play Harvey Elliott in there with Hendo and Fabinho instead, because Thiago's still out. As far as I know, he was at least in the Chelsea game, so he may still be. But that's not to say that it'll probably be Jota. I mean, it was Jota, Gakpo, Salah, and Nunez came on later. I'm definitely not underestimating the attack because it's going to be a cauldron. You remember in the Amazon documentary about Arsenal where Arteta had loudspeakers around the training pitch and was playing "You'll Never Walk Alone" on this loudspeakers while Arsenal were training last season to get us ready to lose 5-0 at Liverpool at Anfield last season, or was that the season before? Painful memories, but I definitely think that if we keep the ball, if we don't let this become a basketball match, because that's kind of how it was in the first game. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth at the Emirates. Right. And if we can keep all of the ball and win the second balls, because if you watch Liverpool enough, you'll notice that it's a lot of long diagonals. Alexander-Arnold hitting it out to Jota.
Right.
Skipping the midfield.
Yep.
Van Dijk hitting it out to Salah, trying to skip the midfield. If we can win the second balls off of that, if Rob Holding can play well again, because I'm not sure Saliba is going to be fit. Obviously, if he's fit, he's in. But if not, then Rob Holding did well against Leeds. I know it's just Leeds, and he was playing against Patrick Bamford. But I think that he'll take confidence from that performance, and I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about that at all. I think that it's a wonderful headache for Arteta to have because who do we start up front? Last time it was Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus because Saka was sick. He's got to come back in 100%. And I think it's classic Martinelli. I mean, Trossard's been so good. He's kind of gone under the radar a bit.
Martinelli has to Martin. Yeah,
I agree.
If you don't start Martinelli, I'll buy him. Like
you'll take.
I'll buy him.
Todd Bowley is just waiting in the wings.
just waiting.
Arsenal man to bench.
Who hits the bin?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Holding the money bag, just waiting. Yeah.
Yum.
Hey, you want to be like Ashley Cole? Like,
I think that if we can hit the heights, if we can keep that consistency of performance, it's all about those same three things that I've mentioned on the pod is how you win a title. Keeping the ball, being lethal, and a suffocating high press.
If they give you guys the amount of opportunity that they gave us, I think you'll be fine. I do see that. I see this game going 2-1 to the Arsenal because Liverpool give those simple mistakes. They give those breaks, and that's where you guys are kind of separated from us. You got guys that'll put it in the back of the net, not dribble it out to the, dribble it literally past the goal line and not even take a shot. Like, I don't know what the mentality is here, but we don't shoot the ball. Saka will slot one. Martinelli will slot one.
Is that your official prediction?
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
I think Mo Salah gets a goal early in the game, and this is how I wanted it to play out against us. Liverpool will score early. I want Liverpool to score early in the game. Then they completely fall apart and give up, and then you smack them twice right before half, and you just ride out 2-1. I'm telling you.
I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. We've been playing just lights out D away from home in the Prem.
But you're not going to give them as much of the ball as we gave them, and that's how they got us kind of in there. In where we got caught was we give up the ball, we give it right back to them, we get caught in the transition. Now they have an easy shot. If their strikers could hit the ball right or not hit it straight to Kepa. So we did get fortunate on a few of those times. Like Firmino had, I can't tell you how many dinks in on that right-hand side of the 18 where he just takes another touch and then tries to curl it past Kepa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see y'all doing that as much, so it limits the amount of time they have. I think they do get a break. I think Salah, like I said, they're going to put one together. They always tend to do so. But you guys, if they give you the opportunity like they gave us behind that defense and then breaking that midfield down where Hendo's not playing the way he should and, him and Allison are just arguing and at each other's throats. Like, yeah, dude, y'all are gonna put it past them at Anfield, which helps us because when we beat Wolves, we'll need those points. And this is how we're gonna build our way back to the Europa.
I love your faith. I love your newfound faith.
No, the pen's off, man. Potter's gone. Like, there's yeah, dude.
What are you saying, Patrick?
So I went and looked at the Liverpool Echo for their training update today.
A reputable source.
Thiago is training.
Okay.
Was full training. Luis Diaz, full training.
No way.
So it seems like that Liverpool's probably going to be able to bring a strong lineup. Van Dijk should play as well.
Start 6 strikers. That'd be awesome. So they're finally going to start their 6 striker lineup.
Yes,
it's going to be awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Just scratch Hendo and Fabinho. Play Noodles. Play Luis Diaz. Play Jota. Play Salah. Play Gakpo.
And Fabinho.
and Firmino.
And Bobby. Yeah. Oh
wow,
man.
that would be. I mean, they could actually work that out. I think because Firmino could play in the midfield.
Like a
Jota could play in the midfield, and but there's no steal in any of those guys.
You're gonna get ran over.
Thomas Partey is gonna just run people over in that midfield.
Yeah, well, he's going.
Thomas Partey have 80% possession if that happens. Like,
but it's interesting. I was reading through and just they were kind of talking about Thiago's been in training now for about a week. He was full go today. Luis Diaz looked like he was full go as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what Klopp throws at you, because I don't think defensively they can play like they did against Chelsea. Even if Van Dijk's back, they can't, because they're going to get smashed. I do think that they try to beat y'all on the counter. Interested to see if Saliba's going to play. He's on my fantasy team, and it made it sound like he wasn't going to be able to play this week, but I don't know. Something about a muscle injury or something.
Is there a world where they play, so gung ho that we kind of get caught up in it, and it's another absolute blockbuster? Just
you guys.
That's where I was going with it, which is actually really good that you brought that up. I think that y'all win. I do. I think Arsenal wins, but I think it's 3-2.
3-2, same as last time.
And I didn't know that until I'd already written it down, and I was looking through, and it was like Luis Diaz got injured the last time against Arsenal in a 3-2 defeat. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a quite the enjoyable game. Bit of controversy about it, but there's been a bit of controversy about 89% of games this season. So
bar.
Absolutely. But
it's not been our friend this season, yeah.
I gotta say, I'm pumped. This should be a fantastic game, and I know Liverpool have been trash at times this season, but I will be shocked. I will be beyond
if they don't show up.
Shocked if we win 3-0. If Arsenal just blasts them, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be over the moon. I'll be running in the street screaming, yeah. But I'll be very shocked if this isn't just an absolute gladiators battle. Just an absolute, fight in the sand and the dust and the mud and the grass. Man,
at the shipyard, baby. Let's go.
I'm pumped. I'm really pumped. I feel like this has the potential to be a really incredible game.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game between us, and here's the thing. It was something I was going to mention it earlier when we were talking about the run-in with City. Patrick, it was while you were talking about the way Chelsea has won titles in the past and about how they kind of find a way to get the results against the big teams. Well, if you go back and look over the last few seasons at Arsenal's record against the likes of United, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Tottenham, it's atrocious. It's terrible. Awful. This season, we've drawn Newcastle, we've lost to United, and we've lost to City, and we've won every other game. We've beat Tottenham twice, we've beat Liverpool, we've beat United at home. We beat you all at the Bridge. So it's completely different, and I think that's been one of the main differences this season is we found a way to have a big game mentality like we haven't had in the past. And whatever Arteta has to do, play the walk, you'll never walk alone in training, simulate the crazy crowd noise, however he's got it, whatever he's cooking, he's got to bring that big game mentality. And I think Arteta himself has improved mightily this season with his in-game management, with recognizing what needs to happen, and I've been a bit critical sometimes of him taking too long to notice things as far as where people are working or are not working out. But I think he's also learned a bit, and I think that we're going to see the classic strongest 11, Zinchenko, Ben White, maybe Saliba if he's in, Partey, Xhaka. I mean, and Xhaka has quietly scored in 3 straight games. 3 or 4 straight games he's gotten a goal. But again, we've scored at least 3 in like 6 of those wins. We beat Everton 1-0, but other than that, I think we've scored 3 or 4 goals in the last 5 or 6 games. And so you just never know when Xhaka's going to pop up with the odd third goal. But the 4th goal against Leeds that Xhaka scored was fantastic. So if he can keep that up for the run, and I think it's going to be amazing. But yeah, it comes down for me like it always does. If Martin Odegaard just puts on a masterclass, gets a hold of the ball and has it on a string, dinking it around, I think we take this. And I'm going with a bold prediction because I feel like the fans need to get behind the team for this run-in. I feel like the fans have to believe it. I feel like the people making content out on the internet, the YouTubers, I've been immersed in some of the content this season. We got to get behind the team, man. We got to believe. It starts with every single person wearing this badge believing that something incredible can happen. When Arsenal take this 3-1 victory at the Anfield.
You think this is the stamp? I think y'all hit the stamp. I think y'all hit the stamp
It.
a couple
This
games
is
ago.
this is where we stand up and we say, yeah.
Yeah, come take it from us.
This has been the standard this
Catch
season. We're gonna up it just a little bit, and this is
Catch
the
us.
standard. You want to talk about that shark over our shoulders, Man City?
Right.
Come get it, baby. Come get it. I'm calling a 3-1 to the Arsenal. Another
Woo-hoo!
Martin Odegaard master class.
Masterclass.
Let's go. I'm so pumped about this game. And I've worked myself up here in this with my little speech there. So I'm
I like it.
definitely excited.
I like it.
And like I say, there's no other way to be in this kind of a run-in, I think. I feel like, this whole, one game at a time, is all well and good when Arteta's in the locker room, when he's in training. But for me, for us, for the fans, I'm dreaming, baby. It's April.
Right.
It's April.
Right.
And we're up 8 points at the top of the league with 9 to go. I'm in dream. Like, if you would have told me that on the last day of the season last year when we lost 4th place on the last day of the season, if you'd have told me that while I was crying then, I would have said, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. There's no way. There's no chance. But I have here Lewis's prediction of a blockbuster as well. He's called a 2-2 draw. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's because of the power that Anfield wields. But I'm still backing the boys to have a big game, have that big game mentality, have that big game performance, and come in with the 3-1 victory. Now, that's a heart pick, if ever there was one. And if you love heart picks, smash the like button, get those likes up for an Arsenal victory over Liverpool. At least 3 of them for those 3 goals that we're going to score. Subscribe to the channel and get that notification bell on. It really does help.
Absolutely.